Ghana National Chamber of Commerce, Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry, Deputy Governor of the Bank of Ghana, the Chief Executive, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, the Deputy Managing Director, Bank of Africa, the CEO, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, President of GUTA, President of PEF, members of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce, members of the Diplomatic Corps, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to be amongst you this evening at the Chamber Business Awards, its maiden edition, as we celebrate the achievements of the very best of Ghanaian businesses, which have demonstrated excellence in leadership and innovation, and in the promotion of entrepreneurial abilities and high professional standards. I'm grateful to the President of the Chamber for the invitation to be present and to deliver these brief remarks. Let me also use this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the Chamber for conferring an honorary membership of the Chamber on me earlier this year. It is highly appreciated. Mr. Minister, President of the Chamber, ladies and gentlemen, the importance of chambers of commerce and industry to socio-economic development across the world is well established. Following the legislative backing of the activities of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry through legislative instrument LI 611 of 11 December 1968, the Chamber has shown strong leadership in promoting and protecting commercial and industrial interests in the country. Successive governments have worked with the Chamber to address private sector concerns for the overall growth of the Ghanaian economy. My government will not be an exception. The Chamber has been a key participant during my presidency in several business meetings undertaken during the visits of some foreign heads of state to Ghana. Together with the General Confederation of Moroccan Enterprises, for example, a Ghana-Morocco economic meeting, which preceded the state visit of the King of Morocco, His Majesty King Mohammed VI, was held. This brought together over 200 investors from both sides, resulting in the signing of over 15 MOUs in areas of mutual interest. Again, during the visit of Her Excellency Marie-Louise Colero-Preca, President of the Republic of Malta, another high-level business forum was organized on 26 July by the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, together with the Malta Chamber of Commerce, Enterprise and Industry, to strengthen and deepen bilateral trade and investment relations between the two countries. I must commend the Chamber also for the lead role it is playing in the West Africa Sealing Project, which aims to enhance intra-ECOWAS trade. It is vital for the prosperity and progress of the peoples of West Africa that we increase the volumes of trade amongst countries in the region. Strong regional transportation networks will facilitate the realization of this objective. Mr. Minister, President of the GNCCI, ladies and gentlemen, my party, the New Patriotic Party, and I won last year's election because the Ghanaian people were dissatisfied with their living conditions and the direction in which the economy and indeed the country was heading. They believed we in the MPP were different and could put in place the requisite measures to improve their living conditions. My government has begun putting in place the measures that will improve the living conditions of the Ghanaian people. We've begun to work on the fundamentals of the economy because we believe that an improved macroeconomy is a fundamental requirement for stimulating the investments we need for the significant expansion and growth of the national economy and the generation of wealth and jobs. The interventions initiated by government over the last 10 months have ensured that the fiscal deficit, which stood at 9.5% at the end of 2016, has been reduced to 6.3% this year. Inflation within the same period has declined from 15.4% to 11.6%. Our economy has grown from 3.3% last year, the lowest in 22 years, to 7.9% this year. Interest rates are declining, and we're now witnessing a more stable cedi, our national currency. The monetary policy rate by the Bank of Ghana declined by 450 basis points from 25.5% in January to 21% in September. That has contributed to the downward trend of interest rates, with a sharp decline in the 91-day and 182-day Treasury bill rates. As a result, our macroeconomy is growing stronger. Minister, President, ladies and gentlemen, as you are all aware, government is pursuing an aggressive industrial transformation agenda with strong emphasis on private sector participation in the overall growth and development of the Ghanaian economy. It is absolutely vital that we transform the structure of our economy from being dependent on the production and export of raw materials to an industrialized, value-added one. Our generation has to accomplish this transition. There are then several elements to the agenda of industrial transformation. We have put in place an industrial revitalization program to provide a stimulus package to revive financially distressed but economically viable businesses. Over 80 companies have been selected for the stimulus package. On the government's One District, One Factory initiative, over 190 business proposals and counting have been selected under this program, which is aimed at creating jobs and prosperity for our people, and also a healthy profit for private sector investors. Government, in collaboration with the Association of Ghana Industries, has arranged a supplier's credit facility for $2 billion United States dollars from China to provide equipment, machinery, and other facilities in support of the program. Government is determined to exploit at long last the strategic resources we have in bauxite and iron ore deposits. To this end, an integrated bauxite and aluminum development authority is to be established by law in this meeting of Parliament to spearhead the exploitation along the full value chain of our considerable bauxite resources. This will give a considerable fillip to our industrial development, as will also be the case for the exploitation of our iron ore deposits. The 2018 budget has allocated funding as government's contribution either as equity or in-kind support for the establishment of district enterprises. GCB Bank has pledged an amount of 2 billion Ghana cedis towards the One District, One Factory project at the Industrial Forum in May this year, organized by the Chamber. An additional amount of 340 million United States dollars has been leveraged from local financial institutions for the program. This is the kind of leadership and collaboration that is required collectively to build Ghana beyond aid. And I encourage business people to take advantage of these opportunities that have been created by government. I recall that at the National Policy Summit of the Ministry of Trade and Industry in August 2017, the President of the Chamber, in his remarks on behalf of the private sector, indicated the readiness of businesses to take advantage of government's policies and programs, and underscored the importance of organizing our industries along industrial value chains to identify the linkages and aggregators and ensure that production of goods or products meet the needs of the market. This will result in massive employment, production of high-quality goods, and efficiency in the system. I've been informed that the Chamber has commissioned a team of experts to undertake an industrial value chain project which covers agricultural value mapping and intelligence, aimed at providing bottom-up data and business strategic models to support Ghana's agro-industrial drive. It is a laudable initiative, and I pledge government support and call on other stakeholders to do the same. Mr. President, GNCCI, and ladies and gentlemen, in pursuance of government's agenda to stimulate the consumption of made-in-Ghana goods and services in the country, the Ministry of Trade and Industry is organizing a made-in-Ghana street fair scheduled for 16th and 17th December at Oxford Street in Osu, Accra. I wish to invite all Ghanaians to patronize the fair. The theme, let's grow Ghana, eat Ghana, and buy Ghana. And to members of the business community, I want to assure you that my government is fully committed to transforming our economy and leading Ghana into the new digital age. We live in a technology-driven era where people and businesses are connected through digital services. Thankfully, the ministries, departments, and agencies are walking the talk, which has resulted in the introduction of an e-business registration system, paperless poll clearance system, digital addressing system, mobile interoperability system, and the national identification system to ease the cost of doing business in the country and generating greater efficiency. As we go online, there are legitimate concerns about cyberspace threats, and I wish to underline government's efforts and commitment to secure our cyberspace. The National Cybersecurity Secretariat has been established to implement the National Cybersecurity Policy and Strategy. I have also signed the African Union Treaty on Cybersecurity and Personal Data Protection. The accession to the Budapest Convention is before Cabinet, and ratification by Parliament is expected later this year, soon after Cabinet approval. All these measures are being put in place to secure the country's cyberspace and protect personal and business data. I am well aware that the success or otherwise of my administration will be judged largely on our record of job creation, and it is for this reason that my government supports initiatives that will unleash the energies of business people and stimulate the entrepreneurial potential of the Ghanaian. My view is clear. It is the private sector that can create the needed job opportunities for the people of our country. And I'm confident that the Ghanaian private sector will rise to the challenge. My government, on its part, will continue to build an enabling environment to provide the private sector with the needed catalyst to operate profitably, grow, and remain internationally competitive. Let me conclude by once again commending the Chamber for the initiative of this award ceremony, and more importantly, its pursuit of the Industrial Value Chain Project, which will contribute significantly to the industrialization of our country. I call on all private sector players to demonstrate their commitment to contributing their quota to the transformation of the Ghanaian economy. Creating wealth and prosperity for the vast majority of our people is a shared responsibility. My government is a listening one, and I encourage stakeholders to utilize the public-private dialogue platforms being introduced by government to address issues of mutual concern in achieving the industrial transformation of our country. Mr. Minister, President, ladies and gentlemen, I applaud once again all award winners and wish them the very best of luck in their future endeavors. Thank you for your attention, and may God bless us all in our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong.